Hello everyone. Today I'm going to be filming a video to introduce you to the here and now. Are you ready? Okay, so the here and now is exactly what it sounds like. It's not something you have to learn. It's not something, well, I suppose maybe when you're young and you first learn the words here and now, yes, you at one point must learn the words and their meaning. But even if you didn't, I bet if you heard them enough in the world, you'd begin to understand the meaning that I'm about to describe. The here and now is a way to describe the present moment. A lot of people say, "Oh, I'm so present. Oh, I'm so present. I have an ant on my shoe." Hello? I'm so present. I'm in the present moment, right? So what does it mean to be in the present moment? It means to be here and now. It's not be here now. That's different. That's, I think, Eckhart Tolle. Does be here now or the power of now? This is different than that. This is the here and now, meaning it's a plane of existence. There's a here and there's a now, okay? On the x-axis is here for me. You can switch it up if you want. It doesn't matter. Here, now. So you have a cross. You know who died on the cross? Jesus, right? Let's pull Jesus into it. Jesus. Okay. So if it's a plane with an x-axis and a y-axis, not this bee loving me. Not this bee loving me. No, 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 no. Why am I scared of a bee? And that's part of being in the here and now. Part of being in the here and now is something that I've practiced, but I thought it was just sheer laziness, which is I don't like to edit my videos. And there's both that factor of not wanting to edit, but there's also the not wanting to edit, right? There's the editing action, and then there's the editing perception, which I talk a lot about in my new series, Lana Rocks, which hasn't been published yet, but it's a series where I hold the rock and show off my rock collection and then talk. Anyway, back to the here and now. As soon as I say the phrase back to the here and now or here and now, like I am just immediately like, I have no thoughts because it like almost drops me into presence. And presence is the state of being in the here and now. Here and now is the environment in which you are dropping into, okay? The present moment, the word moment, right? Drop into the present moment. Everybody get present, okay? That is not two variables. It's just the moment. And the moment can be made up of a lot of different things, okay? And that could be overwhelming to the brain. We don't want our brain to go searching for things while we're trying to bring ourselves to the present moment. So the word present moment has a lot of like stipulations for me personally. I feel like I was going to turn you upside down, but then you'd all have to turn your cameras upside down, so I'm not going to do that, and I don't want to edit this. So the present moment, yes, we are present, we are in this moment, but I am embedded in the moment, and the moment, like I said, can be made up of a variety of variables, and everybody has a different idea of what moment means, and that's intentional. We like that because everybody's moment is different, but you think of it as like a moment in time, right? Time is what I would represent as now, right? So that time has its own axis. Time is usually on the x-axis. I put it on the y-axis. Here is on the x-axis, now is on the y-axis, and now corresponds to time, and here corresponds to space. So when you say you're, in this moment in time, you're putting a dot on the axis, the linear axis of time. You're saying, here's this moment in time. That is a one-dimensional, that's a point. That's a point, right? But if you say the here and now it's a coordinate, right? It's a coordinate. And technically, if you're only here, or you're only now, and you're only existing in the space dimension, or you're only existing in the time dimension, that then creates the zero lines of the here and the now. Okay. everybody has their own axis, everybody has their own histogram, everybody has their own ways of breaking up the here and the now. Like, I could like slice this reality pie into infinite amount of slices. In fact, we do, especially scientists, right? We do that. We slice the here and now into as many possible slices as possible. We ask a billion questions about it, and we get really microgranular with it, and that's how we spend our time. Spend our time. What does that mean? You're moving along the now axis. You're spending time, okay? So the point of this video, I was like, I don't know, I'm not ready to post anything. I feel like awkward and uncomfortable. I'm just getting over my period. I still feel like I'm going through a transformation. There's like fucking wildfire smoke out here. I honestly was like trying not to even come outside today because the air quality is apparently so bad, but it's like less smoky looking than yesterday, but I think it's just because it's more sunny today. It's looking pretty smoky. Can you see the smoke? Anyway, bringing my attention to the here and now is such a helpful concept. As soon as I came up with it last week, literally, it has changed my life. So not only is it the concept of here and now, but it's also a state of being, right? Because when you are in a state, that's like having a moment. You're having a moment. You know, it's like, oh my God, I sometimes say that's an experience, right? Being able to demarcate the beginning and end of a moment is subjective, but you could categorize it and you could put some, like, your hands around it and be like, this is the moment when da 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 da. This is the moment I felt da 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 da. Moments and feelings go together for me. Experiences also kind of capture that. Like, oh, I had this amazing mac and cheese experience, right? The experience of me eating the mac and cheese. It was also, I had this amazing mac and cheese moment, but it sounds like I'm talking more about the mac and cheese than I am about myself. And what did I just eat? I am part of the moment. I am the moment, but I'm not entirely the moment. The environment is also in the moment. And I want to give credit where credit is due, okay? Space and time, here and now, organism and environment. We are all together, and we provide the intersection point. If we slice this cake, this reality cake, into infinite number of slices, which we're doing, I just want to say that, we are doing that every day. When we do that, we become the point that intersects these different planes of space and time. We are the intersection between space and time. We are literally unfolding DNA. Unfolding, okay? When you unfold, you are like, right? We are literally tearing, just like Glass Animal said, we are a tear in space. We are tearing space open with our tears, right? Where do our saltwater tears come from? They come from the ecosystem that is us, because we are an experience. We are a moment. We are in the here and now. We are with the here and now. We are about the here and now. We are doing all of that right now. Right now. Here, right here. You can create your own measurements of here and now. You are the measurement tool. In ecological psychology, right, we talk about, well, I don't know if you're in ecological psychology, but we talk about in ecological psychology the organism as the measuring tool. We are the measurement. We look out our eyes, we can see how much light is in the air, and how we measure it is going to determine, well, typically we only measure things to like write them down and like know stuff. At the end of the day, we don't really need to measure anything because we are the measuring tool. Like, you could just lay down and count how many U's it takes to get from one side of the house to the other. The only reason why we use standardized things such as feet is so we can purchase goods from other people and speak a standardized language. But don't mix up universal with standardized, okay? Standardized is like a pressing down upon. We are standardizing this because we want it to apply to the most people. It's not going to be better. It's just going to apply to the most people and make business easier usually. But something is universal. It can be worn by anybody. It can be used by anybody. It can be understood by everybody. That's what the here and now is, okay? And it could be in any different vocalized language. But in English, the evocation of here and now, and especially them on an axis, and you being the point, the coordinate. You are coordinate in the here and now. You are a coordinate. Now, how many variables does that coordinate have? I don't know. What I'm talking about is the shared dimension of the here and now that we're having together. That's a shared dimension, right? But you imagine if you're a coordinate on the here and now axis or the time-space axis, and you are, for example, XY. Remember when you go over, right? You go over, rise over run, right? So I'm going to go right 2 nows, and I'm going to go, or 2 heres, and I'm going to go up 3 nows. And turns out there you are. You're you're over 2 heres and up 3 nows. So we're in this shared space, right? Now we, on the here and now axis, are sharing this one dimension. Hello, okay. That's the coordinate. But in this coordinate are infinite possibilities. But we are here now together. So now there's multiple possibilities. But if I were just here by myself filming this on my camera roll, there would be less possibilities. And that's why I'm sharing it. You don't have to wait. This is me making myself feel better in the here and now. You don't have to wait until the thing is perfect or the idea is final. You can just put it out there. Because if one person watches this, which they will, because it's going to be me in 5 minutes, when one person watches this somewhere else and goes over, we are in the coordinate grid of the here and now, and I am over 2 and I am up 3, okay? We are over 2 heres, we are up 3 nows. If that makes sense to you, then we're sharing. Sharing is caring. So I care about you. And because I care about you, you know, like I want to share more space with you. I want to talk with you. I want to like be with you in the here and now, even if the here and now is currently being filmed and then played, right? So the here and now is being spliced into this here and now and that here and now. But there's a shared here and now, and that's what I'm talking about, the shared here and now. But this application of the here and now can be used in a meditative practice. It's similar to R.J. Spina's meditation where he said, you're here, like no past, no future. You're just in the present moment, no past, no future. And that's what being here now does. Being here and now, and being here now. But do you see the difference between being here now and being here and now, or being in the here and now? One emphasizes the organism and the other emphasizes the environment. Being in the here and now becomes a coordinate state space. But being here and now means we are the coordinate state space. One includes us, one excludes us, but we become the measuring tool for. Does that make sense? I'm explaining how we unfold in space-time. It's hard for me to understand. In the present moment, what has to happen is I share this information with my vocal cords, but I can't conceptualize it fully, but I make sense of it. And then I share it, and as I share it, it comes to fruition, it comes to life. Yay! Oh my gosh, should I take a thumbnail with you guys? Thumbnail! Fun, that's how I usually do them. I like to capture my energy, and this is the most real capture it's going to be. The trees agree with me, even though we're all struggling to breathe in this wildfire air. And that's another point I will just say quickly, like, being in the here and now can be an X-dimensional, or whatever, insert variable here, dimensional state space. So the here and now can include physical presence, meaning my flesh body is in the same room as your flesh body or in the same square footage, right? That's a physical coordinate plane. But being here and now, and being in the here and now can also mean just this digital space that we're sharing. Or for example, being on a Reddit page, right? Like that's in a way sharing in the here and now if you're both there at the same time. So do you see I'm confusing myself thinking too much about it. Don't think too much about it. Maybe I've made it complicated for myself. I'm like, no matter how complicated life gets, just say I'm in the here and now. I'm here. It's just better than I'm here now. I am here now in the here and now, if you want to get crazy with it. Because when you bring yourself to the here and now, remember that you are unfolding. You are an unfolding scaffold, manifold, grid coordinate system, dynamical system that is unfolding in space-time. You are a tear in space. Your DNA, however you want to fucking call it, you want to call it the protein synthetase, whatever the fuck, like whatever the fuck is going on in the DNA. Cool, cool, cool. Very awesome. Very microgranular, fun information of slicing in reality. Awesome. Does it help us understand anything? Does it make our lives better? Who's to say, right? Does it solve problems that we made? Yeah, some of them, right? It helps us conceptualize, like, understanding, like, DNAs and SNPs and genetic mutations. Like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Fun, fun, fun. What do I know for sure, though? I know for sure that we're unfolding. And if I'm just going to go off that foundation, I'm going to go off of what I know for sure in my body, and I know we are unfolding. I feel it every day. I feel it every day. I go like this all the time with 2 hands. Whoa, okay. To create like this DNA space. And I'm speaking in this other video series I'm doing about, you know, the dimensional state space of unfolding DNA, let alone how it happens or why it happens. But it is happening. It is happening in the here and now until it stops unfolding. I don't know when or why that would happen at this time. But yeah, so that's my share. I'm not going to go any further with it because I don't have anything further to say. All I knew is I wanted to introduce this and I wanted to share this state space of mine. And I call it a state space because it is my state of being in the here and now. And the here and now kind of also symbolizes to me like state space, because state can capture a coordinate, and space also can capture a coordinate. So we are in this state space of the here and now together in the act of me perceiving you and in the act of you perceiving me and the act of watching, like the act of clicking on the video, right? And then we sit together. I'm standing. Body reveal. Body reveal. You guys know, what is my hand doing? You guys never see my body. Anyway, that's all I have to say. So be here now in the here and now with me next time in the here and now, which I will only know in the here and now when that here and now is here. Bye.